Today we are going to unveil a deep and often overlooked secret: the first letter of your name. It may seem like a small detail, but each letter carries a unique frequency, an energy that can reveal powerful traits about who you really are and the path you are on. Since ancient times, various cultures and spiritual traditions have believed that a person's name plays a fundamental role in their life journey, and more specifically, the first letter of that name carries hidden messages that can guide their mission in this world. Have you ever stopped to reflect on the impact that the first letter of your name has on you? How does it resonate within you and in your choices? The truth is that often, it is not just the name itself, but the energy that the initial of that name transmits, that shapes your path and the challenges you will face. What lies behind this letter can be more revealing than you imagine. Do you feel it's time for something new to emerge? If this message has already made your heart race, subscribe to join this journey. Like the video and strengthen our mission. Write in the comments, "I am awakening to what is rightfully mine," and share your energy with the group. The awakening is real and you are part of it. Now, tell me in the comments, what is the first letter of your name? Have you thought about what it might mean in your spiritual journey? Do you feel that your name has something special? Let's explore the energies that each initial carries and understand how they might be influencing your life. Starting with the letter A, this initial brings an impressive force of leadership. People with the letter A at the beginning of their name are naturally impulsive, courageous, and willing to take the lead no matter what obstacle appears. Since childhood, many who have the letter A notice a tendency to want to be the first, to open new paths without fear of taking risks. But this leadership energy also carries a challenge: the tendency to carry all the weight alone. The letter A is one that has to learn to trust others and share responsibilities, as the burden of always trying to be strong can be too heavy. Now, if your name starts with B, there is a softness in your energy. People with this initial possess a deep ability to connect with others, a unique empathy that makes them true pillars of support. The energy of B is welcoming, protective, and always seeks harmony in relationships. However, this sensitivity can be a delicate point, as you often absorb the emotions and pains of others. Your mission then involves learning to set boundaries and protect your own energy, as the world needs your emotional strength, but you cannot let it become a burden. If your name starts with C, you are a visionary, someone with an impressive creative capacity. Since you were young, you have probably always felt driven to look at the world in a different way, constantly seeking new forms of expression. The energy of this initial is one of innovation and transformation, being a creative force that is in constant motion, always exploring new ideas and possibilities. Its potential lies in its ability to create, to imagine beyond the limits of what already exists, and to bring something unique to the world. However, this same energy can be a challenge if not properly channeled. People with the initial C may find themselves trapped in cycles of uncertainty due to the constant need to explore new ideas without knowing how to materialize them. The risk of getting lost in unfinished thoughts and plans is great. Your biggest challenge is to transform your creative energy into something concrete. The key here is to learn to discipline yourself so that your ideas come to life, without letting the frustration of not seeing the result discourage you. If the first letter of your name is D, you are someone who builds and sustains. The energy of D is linked to stability, hard work, and perseverance. Since childhood, you may have been the type of person who likes to organize, plan, and structure the things around you. Your drive is to create solid foundations, whether in your professional or personal life. This quality is very important because you have the ability to transform dreams and visions into tangible and lasting realities. However, the challenging side of this energy is that, often, the D finds themselves overwhelmed by the need to keep everything under control. The constant search for stability can, at times, block the flexibility needed to face life's changes and unforeseen events. Learning to delegate, loosen your grip on control, and accept that not everything can be shaped according to your will is an important lesson on your path. Your strength lies in your determination, but it is also essential that you learn to deal with impermanence and flow with the transformations of life. These initial letters already give us a powerful idea of who you are and how the energies you carry manifest. In the case of C and D, we see the combination of a creative and innovative mind with a solid foundation of construction and stability. As these two aspects complement and challenge each other, the journey of those with these initials will be marked by the search for balance between creating and structuring. If your name starts with the letter E, you are a true connector of souls. Since an early age, you probably noticed that you have a natural ability to make words build bridges between people. Your energy is not limited to what you say, but also to what you convey through your ideas and visions. Those around you, regardless of the situation, feel calmer and more understood when you express yourself. This is something deeper than mere eloquence. It is a spiritual gift that can often go unnoticed by you yourself. With this vibrant energy of communication, you are someone who has the power to transform a simple dialogue into something impactful and lasting. However, your mission goes beyond words. You were chosen to be a beacon of clarity. The world, often confusing and fragmented, needs your ability to explain things in an accessible and honest manner. But remember, this skill requires discipline. Your greatest challenge will be learning to filter the messages that come to you, so you don't get lost in the abundance of information circulating around you. The wisdom to teach comes from knowing when to listen and when to speak. If the initial of your name is F, you carry within you the energy of a silent protector. Your essence is deeply connected with the ability to care, to create safe spaces for those around you. But contrary to what many might think, you are not someone who seeks recognition or applause for what you do. Your mission is more connected to the feeling of seeing others prosper, grow, and feel supported. Often, those chosen with this initial have a gigantic heart, capable of giving without expecting anything in return, but that is exactly where the risk lies. Your energy is so pure and focused on the well-being of others that, sometimes, you end up forgetting about yourself. You can lose yourself in the eagerness to take care of others and neglect yourself. This can lead to spiritual and emotional burnout. Therefore, your greatest challenge will be learning to set healthy boundaries. The unconditional love you give to others needs to be balanced with self-care. You can only give the world what you already have for yourself, and this is a lesson that presents itself in various forms throughout your journey. Now, if the first letter of your name is G, you are a seeker of truth. Since you were young, you may have felt that the simplest answers were never enough for you. Your mind seeks to understand the why of things, the meaning behind everything that happens around you. You carry an analytical and philosophical energy, with a need for depth that goes beyond the superficial. For you, truth is not a straight line, but something that needs to be unraveled, questioned, and explored. This constant curiosity, which can sometimes seem insatiable, is one of the greatest strengths you possess. Your mission is to delve into the unknown, seek wisdom, and convey it to others in an accessible way. However, the great challenge for those with this initial is learning to balance the mind with the heart. The rational and the emotional need to coexist within you. It is easy to get lost in theories and philosophies, but it is important to remember that true wisdom also resides in the ability to feel. Learning to integrate these two aspects, logical knowledge and intuition, is the path to fulfilling your purpose as the chosen one. If your name starts with H, you are a warrior of the soul, someone with immense inner strength. Your life may not have been easy, and from an early age, you were tested in ways that many would not understand. But the truth is that these difficulties were not in vain. They shaped you to be a being capable of resisting and growing, even when everything seems to crumble around you. Your mission is to be an example of perseverance and overcoming, showing the world that it is possible to rise again, no matter what happens. Your energy is unbeatable, but there is a great lesson you need to learn. Life is not just about fighting. You were chosen to show that, although it is essential to have strength and courage, there are also moments when you need to allow yourself to rest, live lightly, and let love flow without resistance. You may have the impulse to always go all the way, but the challenge is knowing when to allow yourself to slow down and recharge. The balance between strength and gentleness is the key to your evolution. Finally, if the first letter of your name is I, you are a visionary, someone who sees what others cannot see. Your mind is a creative laboratory, where innovative ideas and innovations can emerge at any moment. From an early age, you probably felt that your way of seeing the world was different. Sometimes, this feeling may have been uncomfortable, as if you were a step ahead, but the people around you still couldn't keep up. You were chosen to expand the boundaries of what is possible, to bring new perspectives that help society evolve. However, the great challenge is not to get lost in the countless possibilities that your mind offers. You have a fertile imagination, but your mission is to turn those visions into action. The key is to maintain a connection with reality so that your ideas materialize and bring significant changes to the world. If your name starts with J, you are a true enlightened one. The letter J is deeply connected to spirituality and light, and those who carry this initial possess a unique shine, something that naturally attracts people's attention. Your presence leaves a mark even when you do nothing to draw attention. Since you were young, you may have noticed that your energy is special, that people feel something different when they are near you. This glow, however, does not come without challenges. You may have faced envy, misunderstanding, or even spiritual attacks, because your light has the power to destabilize those who are still immersed in darkness. Your mission is to keep that flame alive, regardless of the difficulties, and never lose connection with your divine essence. The world needs your light, especially when the environment around you seems dark. However, do not let yourself be consumed by the intensity of your own shine. Your true strength lies in using your light to guide others without losing your way. Now, if your name starts with K, you carry an energy of strategy. People with this initial are naturally intelligent and perceptive, with a gift for planning and anticipating events. Since you were little, you may have felt that your mind is always one step ahead. You notice patterns that others don't see and can solve problems effectively. This makes you someone others trust, as you always know the direction to take. But there is an important challenge: the temptation to rely solely on logic. Your greatest risk is becoming excessively calculating, setting aside your intuition and heart. The key to evolving is to balance your rationality with inner wisdom. Don't forget to listen to what your spirit has to say, for it is there that the true strategy for your mission resides. If the first letter of your name is L, you are a healer by nature. Your energy is connected to love, compassion, and care. Those with this initial have a calm presence that soothes the environment and the people around them. You might not even realize it, but your healing energy is so strong that people feel comforted just by your presence. You possess the gift of restoration, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually. However, your mission comes with a challenge: the risk of exhausting yourself by helping others without taking the time to replenish yourself. Your energy is precious, and the balance between giving and receiving is essential for you. Learn to take care of yourself so you can continue to heal and strengthen those around you. Your strength lies in understanding that self-care is a vital part of the healing process. If your name starts with M, you are a master. The letter M is associated with continuous learning and the wisdom shared with others. Since you were young, you may have felt an inner urge to teach, whether through your words, actions, or even by example. Your energy is powerful and determined, but it also needs to be in constant evolution. The biggest challenge for you will be realizing that learning never ends and that, in order to grow, you must be open to new perspectives. If you can do this, you will be able to guide others and yourself to higher levels of understanding. If your name starts with N, you are a seeker. The initial N is associated with curiosity, spirituality, and the desire for transformation. Since you were young, you have felt an inner restlessness, as if the truth were beyond the reach of a simple explanation. Your soul yearns to understand the mysteries of the universe, the essence of life, and the depth of the human soul. This relentless search for answers may lead you down unusual paths, because you are not content with the superficial. Your mission is to share the discoveries you make, leading people to question and expand their horizons. However, your greatest challenge is not losing yourself in this path of continuous search. Sometimes you may feel that you never reach a final answer, and this can generate a sense of anxiety or despair. The key for you is to learn to trust the process, understanding that there are things that don't need to be explained. Some answers can only be lived. If you feel that this message is for you, don't hesitate to subscribe and join this transformative journey. Like the video to strengthen this connection with the chosen ones. And if you are already seeing the fruits of this journey, super thanks is a powerful way to directly support the channel and ensure that more content like this reaches you. Your contribution is what drives us. Now, if your name starts with O, you are a transformer. The letter O brings with it a powerful energy of change and rebirth. People with this initial have a life marked by intense ups and downs because their soul is destined to learn and grow through experience and evolution. You have an impressive strength to reinvent yourself and adapt, always rising stronger after each fall. Your mission is to transform the environments and the people around you. However, the energy of transformation can be unpredictable, and you may feel like you are constantly starting over. Your greatest challenge is finding a balance between constant renewal and stability. The true strength lies in learning to channel that energy in a focused manner, so that your transformation is powerful but not destabilizing. If your name starts with P, you are a visionary. The initial P vibrates with the energy of innovation and creativity, and those who have this initial see the world in a unique way. Your mind is quick and strategic, always in search of new ideas and solutions. Since you were little, you probably noticed that you thought differently from most people, and you may have felt isolated because of it. Your mission is to bring new perspectives to the world, challenging what is conventional and opening doors to the future. The biggest challenge for you is learning to trust your intuition and not letting yourself be paralyzed by the fear of others' judgment. Your strength lies in being true to your vision and moving forward, even when others don't understand. Your creative energy is a key to transforming the world, and you must use it with courage and confidence. If your name starts with Q, you are a guardian. The letter Q carries an energy of protection, wisdom, and spiritual responsibility. Those chosen with this initial have a keen sense of justice and a deep desire to protect others. You feel a calling to be a pillar, someone others can rely on for guidance and support. Your connection with the spiritual world is strong, and you can feel the presence of invisible forces around you, always guiding and protecting you. However, your greatest challenge is not to carry the weight of the world alone. Your mission is to learn to share your responsibilities and trust that not everything depends on you. Your true power lies in supporting others while taking care of yourself. If your name starts with R, you are a spiritual leader. The letter R brings with it an energy of authority, charisma, and connection with the sacred. Since you were young, you probably noticed that people listen to you more attentively, seeking your guidance without knowing exactly why. Your natural magnetism makes your presence felt intensely. Your mission is to guide others, whether through wisdom, example, or spirituality. However, being a leader also brings challenges. You may feel that you need to always be strong, that you must carry great responsibilities. The lesson for you is to understand that even leaders need rest, and that true leadership comes from the heart, not from imposition. Leading with empathy and understanding will be your greatest asset. The initial S carries a vibration of deep wisdom, introspection, and sharp perception. Those chosen with this letter are often people who observe the world in a unique way, seeing beyond the surfaces and sensing the energies around them with a rare sensitivity. From an early age, you may have felt that you thought and felt differently from others, often perceiving yourself as a step ahead in terms of understanding life and spiritual matters. This gift, as powerful as it is, may have generated a sense of loneliness, as if you were isolated at a higher level of consciousness. Your mission, then, is to use this wisdom to help others, to offer clarity in moments of confusion and uncertainty. But your biggest challenge is not getting lost in excessive thoughts. Sometimes, the key is to trust your intuition more, without needing to seek a logical explanation for everything. If your name starts with T, you are a builder. The letter T brings with it the energy of discipline, patience, and the ability to create something lasting and solid. Those chosen with this initial have an immense need to build a concrete path, manifesting their ideas in a practical way in the world. Since you were young, you probably felt a need to structure your life and ensure that each step was well-founded. This search for stability, however, can lead you to carry a heavy burden on your shoulders, believing that everything depends on your effort. Your greatest lesson will be finding the balance between working hard and allowing life to unfold more smoothly. Sometimes, trusting the flow of existence brings more powerful results than excessive effort. If your name starts with U, you are an elevated being. The initial U resonates with a very pure energy, linked to deeper spirituality, intuition, and material detachment. Those chosen with this letter often feel a connection with dimensions beyond this one, as if their soul came from another plane to fulfill a higher purpose. Since childhood, you may have experienced a sense of detachment from physical reality, as if your worldview were completely different. You possess an extremely strong intuition, revealing dreams, and a connection that seems to transcend common understanding. Your mission is to elevate the vibration of the people around you, guiding them towards a spiritual awakening. However, your greatest challenge will be balancing this elevated spiritual energy with everyday life. Be careful not to disconnect from human experiences in search of constant transcendence. If your name starts with V, you are a seer. The letter V carries an energy of sharp intuition and a deep connection with the spiritual realms. Those with this initial have a unique ability to perceive what others cannot see, whether through dreams, visions, or an inner feeling that guides them. Since childhood, you may have felt that something different and powerful was happening inside you, as if you could see the future or understand hidden realities. Your mission is to share this vision with the world, but also to discern when to listen to your intuition and when not to act immediately. Not every vision needs to be shared, and your greatest challenge will be learning to control and understand your perception, so you don't get lost in a sea of spiritual images. If your name starts with X, you are an innovator. The letter X resonates with an energy of radical change, originality, and an incredible ability to think outside conventional patterns. Its potential lies in challenging the status quo and bringing new, often revolutionary ideas to transform reality. Whoever has the initial X is a person of revolutionary energy. They carry within them an immense drive to break barriers, challenge the established order, and create something new. The lives of these people tend to be full of changes and a constant search for the unexpected. Their mission is to transform the world, bringing new ideas and perspectives, even if it involves resistance from those around them. However, the greatest challenge for those chosen with the letter X is patience. Their creative and innovative mind often wishes for changes to happen immediately, but reality often takes time to align with their vision. Learning to control this frustration and knowing that true transformation requires patience will be crucial for the success of your journey. Use your energy to make an impact, but know how to respect the natural pace of processes. If your name starts with X, you can also be a curator. The energy of healing and balance is strongly present in you. People with this initial have a unique ability to help others find harmony, whether on an emotional, physical, or spiritual level. You may have noticed early on that your mission involves alleviating the suffering of others, whether in the field of health, emotional support, or in times of crisis. Your mission is to heal, but the most important challenge is to learn to take care of yourself before giving to others. The tendency to put others first can make you forget your own needs. The balance between giving and receiving is the key to ensuring that your healing energy does not run out, and to continue being a source of light and support for those in need. If your name starts with W, you are a visionary of the future. The letter W carries an energy of deep transformation and connection with the unknown. Whoever has this initial has an impressive ability to see beyond the present, projecting ideas and solutions for the future. Since you were little, you may have felt that your mind works differently, with a focus on what is to come and not just on what is. This ability to anticipate the future can lead you to be misunderstood, as you often see what others have not yet perceived. Your mission is to show others the paths yet to be explored, guiding them towards a new reality. But your challenge is to learn to deal with the present, without letting the obsession with the future disconnect you from the needs of the now. True innovation begins in the balance between what you see and what is possible to achieve in the present moment. If your name starts with Y, you are a bridge builder. The letter Y brings a vibration of balance, unity, and adaptation. Those with this initial are naturally drawn to roles as mediators, those who unite different ideas, cultures, and worlds. Since you were little, you may have noticed that you have a rare ability to connect with various people and situations. You understand that the world is not black and white and that solutions often arise from collaboration, not division. Your mission is to connect the loose ends, to be that point of balance between opposites, whether in personal, professional, or spiritual relationships. Your challenge is not to lose yourself while trying to please everyone. Finding your own identity amidst the diversity of ideas and feelings is your greatest lesson. If your name starts with Z, you are a final transformer. The letter Z carries the energy of closing cycles and opening new paths. People with this initial have the gift of completing processes and bringing deep and lasting changes, not only in their own lives but in the lives of those around them. The Z symbolizes the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, bringing the energy of final transformation. Its mission is to help conclude processes, finish what no longer serves, and make space for the new. However, your greatest challenge will be accepting the natural flow of life, understanding that transformation cannot be forced. Sometimes, the greatest power you possess is the ability to allow life to unfold naturally, without haste or control. True change happens when you learn to flow with it without resistance. If you have made it this far, I truly appreciate your dedication and presence. This shows that you are committed to your awakening, and I am honored to be able to share this journey with you. If you feel that this content has been valuable, consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. Your support is essential for us to continue bringing more videos like this. Now, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let's discuss the topics we talked about today. The exchange of ideas is essential for our collective growth. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything that's coming up. Until the next video, and stay strong on your path of evolution.